Hi. My name is Nitman and I'm Senaraboy. Some of you know me from the Evolve Talk. So today I'm doing something different. I am doing story time. I want to talk about my depression. I want to talk about multi-personality disorder. I want to talk about, transitioning. Yes, so it's going to be in parts. I'm not gonna talk about everything in one video because there's a lot of things that happened. But now I just wanna talk about the root of how my depression started. So I was diagnosed with depression this year in February, 2019 February, when was my last suicide attempt that led me to hospital. For the first time, I went to hospital, and then I was hospitalized, and then I was diagnosed with extreme depression. So I knew that, okay, I still know that I've been going through depression, but I had not been diagnosed at the time back then. So let me just go back to where I think it started. My mom died in on the 12th of June 2005, and I was 8 years old. So that whole thing didn't do anything at that time when it was happening, but like growing up, it kind of like affected me because there was a lot of things that developed from that, on top of being different and people laughing at me. And then yes, so what happened after my mom's death, I started developing this thing like in primary. I don't know how to explain this. I'm not good in storytelling, but okay, I'll try. So I started in primary. I started developing this thing. Sorry about this. In primary, I started developing this thing like a fantasized death, and I would always talk about like you doing this to me because my mom died. I would have the tendency, even at home, I was left with my grandmother and my grandfather. I didn't really like anything. They took care of me, and all that. But it was just that void that was missing that I can't explain. And sorry about that. It was that void that was missing that I can't explain what it was. Obviously, the mother's absence, which cannot be replaced by anything. So I would fantasize about death. Like I was like, "You doing this to me because I don't have a mother?" Just like that. Like it started. It started like as something small, and then it grew. So with that, growing up, like I was insecure. I started being insecure, like growing up. When you start growing up and everything starts to show. I started being insecure because I was like bit feminine, like too much feminine for a boy child. And then, like kids will laugh at me, and then I had to, separate myself or isolate myself from other kids. I started isolating myself. I started playing alone, and then when I started playing alone, my multiple personality disorders started to come up. I would play with, I would have characters that I would play. I'd like to boost my self-esteem. I don't know how to explain this, guys, but I hope it makes sense to someone who's been through something similar. So I would play characters. So I'd watch TV and then play those characters. I play a pregnant woman. I play a married. I play marriage. I play funerals. I'm literally like go down and dig something and bury it, or bury a lizard, or bury whatever. That was my obsession with death. I became so obsessed with death that I would bury stuff, and it was extreme. But at the time, I thought it's harmless because it's just me playing. Well, it didn't even come to my mind that what was happening was actually wrong. And then it continued throughout the years. It continued when I was doing those multiple personalities. So now I'm a teenager, and as a teenager, okay, my first phone, that time Mixit was like the in thing, social media, Mixit was the in thing. And then like I would hear my classmates like, oh, there's me Snuggle, oh, there's okay, fine. And then I started Mixit, and then I was not really confident with myself. I didn't like myself. I think that was grade 9 or not grade 8. And then I wasn't really confident. So I started as myself, and then because I like people that I liked in school, so I'd like to speak to them, but I couldn't speak to them, but like use my real name. So experimented And then I started like using catfishing, the term now people use, catfishing. I started catfishing, and it was like harmless. Like catfishing, talking to people that I like, blah 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 blah. Because when I don't catfish, and I thought like maybe they don't respond the way that I wanted to. So when I catfish, they're like, oh, I like you, but it's not me. I'm showing them people that it's like I'm showing them fake pictures when I even that a lot myself. And so that sort of validated me, you know, and I felt like so important. And then that grew, guys. It grew to, you know, me impersonating celebrities that I like. I don't want to mention who I impersonated. Basically, I don't want to mention that part. But I started impersonating celebrities. I started impersonating people that I know. And I was like, oh, like that would make me feel good about myself. Like, you know, impersonations. That went on. It went on to Facebook. I started Facebook as myself, but I didn't become so comfortable with myself. I started doing Facebook as someone else. Multiple times, some people would find me. I remember this other guy in Nigeria caught me because there was like BBM and this Facebook. There's also linked with each other. I think yeah, that's how they were linked with each other. So my real Facebook was linked to that BBM. Sorry about that. So my my real Facebook was linked with the BBM account. So what happened is the guy, I don't know, then he found out my real Facebook. I was like, who's this person? Who's name? And I'm like, it's my niece. Cause I was like shocked that he found out. It's like my niece, and the man was like, I found you, like, please repent. The girl couldn't like identify me. I'm like, no, you didn't find me. Blah 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 blah. Then it ended up like just blocking each other. So it like didn't stop me. I continued my impersonation. That would make me feel better about myself, but it became too much because I remember I had WhatsApp too. Like now social medias are growing. I have WhatsApp, and my WhatsApp is also fake. Like I have different WhatsApps, I have different numbers are fake. Everything is just fake. So I became so tired. Like I'm tired of being this fake thing, girl. I'm tired, although it's validating me, but I'm tired because sometimes I don't even know, okay, because I'm different people to different people on my content. Now this person's like, hey Faith, I'm like, probably I would forget, and it was tiring to keep up. I'm trying to keep up with the pictures of the person that I'm impersonating. I had to go and get them. God, it was a lot of things going on. So that was my multi-personality disorder. It grew until to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm tired. I think that was somewhere in my high school years. Somewhere in my high school years. I'm not sure when it ended, like, completely. But some of my high school years, I think it ended and I stopped, like, I became myself. But it was there, like, there was sort of, like, roles that I played, but it was not as strong as it was then when I was in my puberty. And then, I think it completely stopped when I became so comfortable with myself, like, where I could post the pictures of myself. I think that was after I transitioned socially. That was because I had a Facebook account, and my Facebook account was like, and then I deleted my Facebook account because I was like, it's not working for me, because I didn't like what I was. And then started transitioning socially in 2016, and then that's when I did all the, like, I used the Facebook account that I had, did all the pictures that I don't want to have on them, and then I started over. So yeah, that was 2016. Transition socially. I started over, and then I became, I built my confidence. Though it was not really that strong, it's not, though I could post myself, though I could speak about myself and stuff, that it was not as confident. So I always, that multi-personality disorder would just prick in, wherein, maybe I'm doing well in something, but I'll just have to exaggerate it to make it seem as if I'm doing wrong or I'm being more. So it is the matter of, like, exaggerating things, and it's not something that I wanted to do, but it's just something that used to, like, happen And sometimes I'm like, why didn't I tell this person the truth? But I just can't go back. I need to put up the covers. And it's been like it's not really completely gone. There are moments where even I feel like it creeps back, but it's not as strong it was back then. So it's a struggle. I don't know who lives with multiple personality disorder. I'm fighting it completely. It's gonna be gone. Just like my depression, I think completely I've managed to fight it. I speak about that, like how I managed to fight my depression, like my story. So it's been a lot. It's been a lot of roller coaster ride emotions with this multiple personality disorder. I only find out about it because I knew well that I'm like different characters, and it's all stemming from wanting to be validated. It's all. I remember the first official show of the Evolve Talk was, I forgot the name. Validation? Something validation. That was the first thing I'm like, when I started vlogging, was the first thing I'm like, I'm done getting validation from people, because I tend to, with that thing going on, I'd see people doing the most, and I'll do the most too, but I'll tend to exaggerate what I do, just to feel good about myself, just to want people to celebrate me. So that was like my way of coming out to like, oh, I want God to validate me, and I want to have like a perfect like self-esteem. I think I'm gonna put this show, the first show that I did, validated something. That was my first official Evolve Talk show. Not like a first, because it started as Girl Talk and then blah blah blah. But the first show, when I was like, I'm coming out of this thing and I need to stand out for myself, was that show, Validated, Restored, something like that. It was those words. It was live on Facebook. So that was like a turning point in my life. Ever since then, I've been vlogging. I don't have like a lot of viewers and all that, but it has played a huge role in my life. This vlogging thing has really helped me, because I don't really like therapy. I'm not saying don't go do therapy and do vlogging. No, it's just me. I have a way, like, I don't know, I'm not like boasting or something. I have a sort of like intelligence that when I meet you, right, I can tell about your personality, the kind of person you are. Mostly, like, I can tell the kind of person that you are just speaking to you, like 10 minutes, whatever. Even on text, I can tell you what kind of person you are. So I don't know. So it's not easy for me to do, because I feel like I can easily play the psychologist. I feel like, I don't know, but I can easily, like, it doesn't work on me. Though the first time I went, it did work, but it's not ideal. Like, it's not something that I would want to do. But what I'm doing, it actually helps. What I would also do was speak to people about my life, encourage them, stuff like that. So yeah, that's how my depression and my multi personality disorder came to be. And yeah, so I think on part 2, I will speak on, going on forward, like how depression has played a role in my life, like what this depression has made my life to be like. I don't know if I'm making sense. So I want to speak on that, my journey with depression, my outbursts, because there was a lot of fights. There was a lot of times when I used to fight with my grandmother. There was a lot of, when I was angry, I would crash things, I would throw things, I would like be not violent, but I would just want to destroy everything. So those things, I'm gonna speak of spirituality, where I struggled with myself because I didn't accept myself. the days I prayed. Like, I want to go deep with this whole series of, speaking about myself. Probably someone is going through the same thing. And if you are going through the same thing, or if you've been through the same thing, I want to hear your story too. Just send me comments, and yeah, see you next time when I do part 2 on my story with depression, multiple personality disorder, and transitioning. Thank you very much for watching.